गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. Hare Krishna. Okay, let's start. Okay, so we will be reading from 18th verse. This is Sri Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 18. Antavanta ime deha nityasyokta sharirinaha anashino prameyasya tasmat yudhyasva bharata. Please.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी. अंतवंत इमे देहा नित्यस्य योक्ता शरीरिणि अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्माद् युद्धस्व भारत.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, translation. Somebody can read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
The material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight or descent of Bharata.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, here Krishna is explaining the nature of the soul, right? Characteristics of the soul. So, material body, Krishna is saying the material body of the indestructible, immeasurable, and eternal living entity is sure to come to an end. That means indestructible, immeasurable, eternal living entity is the nature of the soul, basically. That's the characteristics of the soul. But the material body of that soul is going to come to an end, or there is going to be destruction or degradation, or we can say death for the material body. But the soul is not destructible, not measurable, it's immeasurable. So that's eternal. For Srila Prabhupada's purport, let's see. The material body is perishable by nature. It may perish immediately, or it may do so after 100 years. It is a question of time only. There is no chance of maintaining it indefinitely. So that's the point. Again and again, we have to remember this point, that this body, what we have externally, is going to perish today or tomorrow. We don't know when. So we can't maintain it forever, as all of may think, because all our work, whatever we do in our life, actually, if we just analyze, we will understand. Basically, we are trying to maintain this body forever. We think that we are running for money, we are doing that, we are doing this, so many things we are doing in this world, thinking that we can maintain our body forever. If we really know that it is going to perish, do we think that we will spend a lot of time for this? Dressing up, making up, even just, we are very much particular in the selection of kurta. We are very much particular in selecting the dhoti. We are very much particular in selecting the sari, dress, shirt, everything. Correct? How much money we are spending? We are not saying that it is not required. Of course, it is all required. But the conception is what we are discussing. We are too much thinking about our body. And for money, for other sense gratification, and for eating also, just think about it. We are, oh, एक नया रेस्टोरेंट आया है इधर, अच्छा वेजिटेरियन रेस्टोरेंट है, जाएंगे उधर. तो क्या? We are thinking in that way, right? You may think in that way. Okay, forget about non-vegetarian restaurant. We are not going to that, KFC and all this, McDonald's and all. The vegetarian restaurant itself, oh अच्छा है, and somebody gave good comment, I mean the sense अच्छा feedback मिला है, so let us try. And we are going there, spending a lot of time, money and all. Okay, I mean we are not denying, or we are not saying that's not all, something is sin, some big sin we are doing. But the thing is, of course, the point we are trying to make is that we are so much concerned about our senses, gratifying our senses. We are so much concerned about maintaining our body, so much concerned about all the things around this world. We are thinking that, okay, we think that it is something permanent I am getting, but we don't understand the fact that this is temporary. That feelings are not there in our heart. That is why we are so much engrossed in all these things. The point is that we are still thinking that we are this body. Even after studying Bhagavad Gita 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, Prabhu, Raghavendra Prabhu, you would have read 3-4 times maybe. I'm also speaking classes, Bhakti Shastri class and so many classes. Speaking is there, talking, reading also happening. But really thinking, if you are analyzing, we are still not even the basic we have passed. Still we are in the bodily conception. That is the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, by the way, whatever we are studying. So material body is going to perish, no doubt, no doubt. Repeatedly we have to hear, repeatedly we have to contemplate that this is going to perish. And so that I need to do something which is permanent. I don't have much time for wasting for my temporary things. This is what we should think. Prabhupada says, no chance of maintaining it indefinitely. But the spirit soul is so minute that it cannot even be seen by an enemy to say nothing of being killed. Spirit soul cannot be killed. So as mentioned in the previous verse, it is so small that no one have any idea how to measure its dimension. So we have already discussed this Keshagra, the tip of the tip of the hair cutting into 100 times, then again each piece is cutting again to 100 times. So that is considered to be, or some general calculation of the size of the soul. But again, it is just for our understanding. Soul is subtle. In fact, we can't even say any particular size. But our Shastras are giving some indication that to show that the soul is very, very minute in the size, which can't be seen. From both, so Prabhupada says, so from both viewpoints, there is no cause of lamentation, because the living entity as he is cannot be killed, nor can the material body be saved for any length of time or permanently protected. So soul cannot be killed. That's the first understanding. Second is that material body cannot be protected permanently. So this body is going to die, or it will be destroyed today or tomorrow. But soul will not have any effects. The material particle of the whole spirit acquires this material body according to his work. Therefore, observance of religious principles should be utilized. So Prabhupada says that the minute particle of the whole spirit, means the living entity or the spirit soul, or acquires this material body according to his work. So how we are getting the body? Basically, so I am having a particular body, you are having a particular body, all of us are having different types of bodies. Not only bodies, our consciousness is different. How we think, how we respond, how we all these things are, how we speak, our activities are different. Mostly our natures are different, our tastes are different, our strengths are different, so many things. There are so many differences are there, right? So how it is all depending upon the nature of the work. That is what Prabhupada is saying there. Nature of the work means whatever karmas we have done in our past lives, according to that, according to our karma credit, we are getting a particular type of body, particular place of birth, particular set of parents, particular husband, wife. Everything is designed in such a way that everything is designed according to our karma, past karma. It is not something like, okay, it is a chance, like, it's like, we are taking, what is that? Lucky draw. Okay, lucky draw, ब्रह्मा जी ऐसे करके एक निकाल के देते, okay, ये तुम्हारा parents है, this is going to be your parents, this is going to be your wife. No. Oh, so we may think, Brahma ji, you could have given me a good some beautiful wife or beautiful husband. No. Or I'm just giving as example. Or you could have given a devotee wife, or a devotee husband, or a devotee child, whatever, We may desire so many things, but it will not happen like that. Everything is depending upon the past karmas. Hmm? Everything is well planned. Krishna cannot make any mistake. Similarly, Brahmaji also cannot make a mistake. Brahmaji is a pure devotee of Krishna. He is the right hand for Krishna for the creation in the material world. So he will never make a mistake. Everything is perfect actually. So who is the culprit for our problems? It is us. We may think that, if we would have born in such a family, or then I could have done this. Or we may think that if I think I want to make a lot of money, so we will do so many things. But please understand, whatever is destined for us as per our karma, previous karmas, that is what we are going to get. Whatever we do, karmas are not going to change. But for spiritual activities, it is not like that. Spiritual activities, the book is the record, the process is different. Not only that, the completely both are in two different platforms basically. Material things completely depending upon our previous karmas and all our works, guna and our activities. But spiritual activities are not like that. How we are doing now also will depend upon our progress. It could be anything. Spiritual things we can't just bring under the hierarchy of whatever the karma or these things. Spiritual activities are something different. So for that, there is no relation with karma. Only sugritis are there, the devotees' mercy, our prayers, others are praying for us, and of course our karma also. Means whatever karma in the sense we are doing good activities, pious activities, then we will get result accordingly. So likewise. So Prabhupada says here, depending upon the work, according to the work, we are getting the spirit soul. We means spirit soul are getting the material body. So in the Vedanta Sutras, the living entity is qualified as light because he is part and parcel of the supreme light. As sunlight maintains the entire universe, so the light of the soul maintains the material body. So Prabhupada is giving the example of, this is from Vedanta Sutras. Living entities are part and parcel of the Krishna. So it's like sun. Krishna is sun. We are just like sun rays or sunlight, whatever. Sun rays maybe, or particle of the sun rays. In that way, just a comparison to understand, to make us understand. So Prabhupada says, as soon as the spirit soul is out of the material body, the body begins to decompose. Therefore, it is the spirit soul which maintains the body. The body itself is unimportant. Arjuna was advised to fight and not sacrifice the cause of religion for material bodily considerations. The point is that spirit soul, because of the presence of spirit soul in our body is being maintained. The moment soul is moving out of our body, we are dead. Then our body will decompose. Nobody is going to be with the dead body for more than few hours. Right? Oh, I love this person. My relationship with person was so strong, so deep. I can't separate from him. We may think so many things. We may say also, when they are alive, oh, you are like my eyes, you are like my life force. Like in the movies, so many things we can hear, without you I can't live. All these things everything will change when the soul is leaving the body, the person is dead, lying down on the floor. How many hours we will sit with them? So, just one day before we were speaking something else, or maybe few hours before we would have spoken something like, you are like my eyes, you are like my breath, you are like my this. Everything will change in 1 hour if that person is dying in 1 hour. So that's all. So we are spending a lot of time unnecessarily, dear devotees. We are saying, doing so many things. We don't know for what. That is why we are studying Bhagavad Gita. That doesn't mean that we should be like, very renunciant. Oh, leave the family and go to forest. No, no, no. Krishna is not advising that. Krishna is saying that be in the family, be a responsible person, family member, be a responsible, parent, be a responsible father, be a responsible wife, be a responsible child. We should take that responsibility, whatever positions we are in. We have to utilize that opportunity in the service of Krishna. We have to bring Krishna into the center of our life. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing else. We don't have to run here and there. So like that. So Prabhupada says body is unimportant actually. So Arjuna is advised to fight, not sacrifice the cause for religion. Okay, ya enam veti hantaram yaschainam manyade hatam ubhautau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Yes.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Yayenam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanito nayam handi na hanyate. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Anybody else?
No. Ya enam veti handaram yaschainan manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanito nayam handina hanyate. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Translation, someone please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Right.
Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Beautiful sentence. We don't have to get confused. Simple. Of course, the construction of the words, it's a little complicated if you think, but the meaning is straightforward. So Krishna is saying that he who thinks the living entity as a slayer, if we are thinking that we are killing somebody, that is not proper, because we are not killing anybody. We are killing only the body. We are not killing the living entity. We are not killing the soul. If somebody is, we are talking about by the way, we are not going to kill anybody. But, we are not in the battlefield now, as like Arjuna. Here, the point is that Arjuna is in the battlefield and he did not want to fight. So, Krishna is explaining to him. Even if you think that you are going to kill somebody, you are actually not killing. Like that. And for the self slays, not nor is slain. And if somebody is killing us also, see both the ways, we can't kill anybody, nobody can kill us also. And if we think that we are being killed or we are killing somebody, that is not knowledge. So knowledge is that soul is eternal. Knowledge means nothing can happen to the soul. Only the body is getting killed or whatever, No, nothing is happening to our soul. That is the point. Prabhupada says in the purport, when an embodied living entity is hurt by fatal weapons, it is to be known that the living entity within the body is not killed. So this is the point. So with the weapon, if somebody is hurting or killing, actually the living entity means the soul is not being killed. Only the body is killed. The spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapon, as will be evident from the subsequent verses. So in the coming verses that is being explained. Nor is the living entity killable because of the spiritual constitution. So soul cannot be killed. Here living entity means soul. What is killed or is supposed to be killed is body only. So what is happening is only body is getting killed. Whether we are dying, having a natural death, or somebody is killing us or whatever, it is actually only the body they are killing. This, however, does not all encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is that Ma himshayat sarva bhutani, never commit violence to anyone. Nor does understanding that living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. So Prabhupada is saying that, okay, we are saying that if you are killing the body, if we are doing, even the killing the animal, please don't think that it is encouraged here. Prabhupada says, we should not commit any violence to anybody. Voluntarily we should not do that. It's wrong. It's a sin. Even though we are not killing their soul, it is only the body is being killed, but do not take it as a license to kill somebody. That is not correct. Somebody in the sense even animals. Animal slaughter is not being encouraged here. We should understand in a proper way. Animal slaughter is a big sin. It's a sin. It's a papa. We should never do that. Even though we are killing only the body, we are not killing the soul, but still it's a pap. Killing the body of anyone without authority, this is the point. Prabhupada is clearly explaining. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the god. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically. Here, Arjuna's point is different. Arjuna is not killing him for his sense gratification. Krishna is instructing him to kill or fight to establish the religion, not whimsically. And not only that, Krishna is an authority. He is the topmost authority, Krishna. Right? He is the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord Krishna is directly instructing Arjuna to do this. So, killing of the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of state. So, without authority, if we are killing, then it's a sin, no doubt, and we will be punished. For example, I always say in this class, I've heard from Prabhupada only. Prabhupada says this in one of the purport, that a person who is in the army or who is in the force, border, for example, border security force, BSF. So he has the right to kill the people, invaders from the border, right? For example, there is a border, India-China or India-Pakistan border. If they are going to invade through our border and attacking our country, something, then they have the right to kill that person, right? That is, order is already given. No thought, no second thought there. If somebody is invading, just kill, that's all. And if somebody is doing that to protect their country and the citizens, because they have authority, they can do, and if we do that, they are not going to punish, they are not going to be punished actually by anybody. But in turn, what is happening is that they will reward him. Paramveer Chakra will be dega. We will give Paramveer Chakra. Okay, you have killed 10 people, protected the country. Take this award from the government. Will give awards, right? For killing, actually, by the way. So what we can understand? So it's not something killing, because the person is doing on the power of the authority. He has been authorized to do that. Because of that, he can do, and he will get rewards also. But the same person, if he is coming during his vacation, his leaves, is coming to his hometown, home country, village, or wherever, if he is any arguments between him and his friend, or maybe with the neighbor, and he is taking his machine gun and firing him, for example, what will happen? He will be punished, because that is he is doing not on authority, right? The same person is same, places are different. Also the authority, one place there is an authority is giving instruction, you can do. Here he doesn't have any authority to do that. Nobody has instructed to kill the neighbor, right? So he will be punished. Same person, same activity, but the results are different. Similarly, here Arjuna is being instructed by Krishna because he wanted to establish the religion. He was to establish the dharma. For that, he is being asked to kill. He is being asked to do the involved in the war. And it is on the authority of Krishna is doing that. Because of it, he will never get any sin. So Arjuna doesn't have to think much actually. On authority is doing. So that is the purpose. That is the whole point. If not, we'll have to. So killing animal. Just think about this point also. Killing an animal to eat or for our sense gratification, to just to gratify our senses, our tongue. Hmm? So many animals are being slaughtered. So many animals in across the world. If you see, so many slaughterhouses are there in this country, in many countries, even in our country also. Many places, animals are being brutally killed. Actually, they are being killed just like that, just to eat, nothing else. Do we think that it's a sin? It's an on authority they are doing. Maybe the government is giving permission for them to have slaughterhouse. So we may think that, saying that, okay, government is allowing that, so authority is there, so they will not get sin. No, 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 no. This government is not appointed by Krishna. Krishna's government is demigods. They are seeing all our karma, by the way. Whatever we do, because Shastras doesn't encourage anybody to kill, even animals. We have to protect, actually. We have to protect the animals, because everybody, all of them are citizens only, not only human beings. So for a king, it is the duty of the king to protect the citizens. Citizens will include the cows, will include the animals, everybody, trees, plants, everything. So it is said that in Shastras very clearly, there are people, whoever is involved in the killing of animals, they are going to get punishment. Big punishment, small punishment, medium punishment, it varies. But definitely they are going to get. There are Shastric references for that. One who is giving the order to slaughter the animal is getting punishment. Okay? One who is giving the order means the government officials, whoever it is. Okay, that's first point. Second, first person who will be getting punishment. Just for killing one, chicken or whatever. One who is giving authority is getting punishment. In the laws of material nature, from the laws of God, he is going to get punishment. Second, so one who is giving authority. Second, one who is killing, actually, who is performing the act in the slaughterhouse, he is also getting punishment. Third is that one who is assisting that person also getting punishment. Fourth, one who is purchasing that meat also getting punishment. One who is selling that meat is also getting punishment. One who is eating also getting punishment. So everybody, from the person who is giving authority to the person who is eating, all of them are getting, all of them. In different, maybe the scenes, I don't know how the calculation is, but definitely this is a Shastric injunction, by the way. It is given in the Shastras. Everybody is getting affected. So very, very dangerous. We are playing with fire. We don't know. And we should understand, because of all these sins, we are now still in the material world. Somehow we have got human form. We should understand the Shastras, and we should, get away, get rid of all these sinful acts, and we should follow what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. This is what we should do. Okay, next verse. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Yes.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Ji Mataji, please continue.
Hare Krishna. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यशाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयम् अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Thank you. Okay, translation, please.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So here Krishna says that for the soul there is neither birth nor death. So we already discussed that. No death for or birth for the soul. He has not come into being but does not come into being. Means it is not that this life we have got this human form, not maybe human form maybe first time. We may think that first time we are coming into the material world now. No, does not come into being. It means it's like taking birth. We may be changing the bodies just like changing the dress, but we are always present. The soul is eternal. The nature of the soul is eternal, and he is unborn, eternal, ever existing, means always existing, primeval. Okay, and he is not slain when the body is slain. When the body is killed or destroyed, the soul is not affected by that change. Yeah, so that's the point. Prabhupada says in the purport, it's a big purport, we'll study. Qualitatively, the small atomic fragmental part of the spirit soul, part of the Supreme Spirit is one with the Supreme. He undergoes no changes like the body. Sometimes the soul is called the steady or kutastha. So Prabhupada is explaining that soul is actually part of Krishna or part and parcel of Krishna. And sometimes soul is called as kutastha, means steady. It is not changing, but the body is changing. Soul is always constant. It's like soul is growing, taking birth, and soul is growing for some time. After that, soul is declining, soul is coming to the old age, and then soul is dying one day. No. That is only happening to the body, not for the soul. Soul is steady. But the body is subject to transformation. This is the point. The body is subject to 6 kinds of transformation. So what are the 6 kinds of transformation? It is mentioned here. It takes the birth from the womb of the mother. That's the first transformation. Remains for some time. Grows. Produces some effects. Means, for example, if we take the example of somebody is taking birth from the mother's body, and it remains for some time, means it is sometime that age, that growth is there for maybe it is slow, but it's happening. So it is remaining for some time, and there is a growth phase, and produces some effects. Means we may produce a child, that reproduction. Now after that, what is happening to the first person? Gradually dwindles. We can understand our graph is going like this, going up, then stagnant for some time, then coming down, dwindling stage, and last vanishes. Means then finally we are dying. So this is happening. The body is becoming dead. The soul, however, does not go through such changes. So body is changing, but soul does not change. Soul is not born, but because he takes on the material body, the body takes birth. So basically, body is taking birth, not soul. The soul does not take birth, and soul does not die. Anything which has birth also has death. So this is also we know. Anything which has birth has death, but soul is not taking birth. So because of the soul doesn't die also. And because the soul has no birth, he therefore has no past, future, or present, or future. He is eternal, ever existing, and primal. There is no trace of history of his coming into the being. So we can't say when Krishna has produced, or produced, or what we can say, created the spirit souls. We can't say, because it is eternal, ever existing, primeval. These are the characteristics of the soul. And there is no past, present, future for the soul. Means, what does it mean? Does it mean that we don't have any past karma or future karma? No. Future karma, past karma, everything is there. Everything is there because everything is connected to the subtle body, not on the soul. Soul is actually just covered only. We always say the example of sun. When the clouds are coming, sun is temporarily clouded, but sun is still existing. Nothing is happening to the sun. Correct? Only the clouds are coming for some time. Similarly, nothing is affecting our soul. Soul is not getting affected by any changes. Nothing is happening actually. No karma also for soul. Karma is there for the body, subtle body. Subtle body includes mind, intelligence and ego. So that is where our karma lies. And when we change the body, what is happening is this karma is coming with us. Because subtle body is moving from one body to another body, other body to another body, another body to another body. Only the gross body is changing. Subtle body is always with us till we escape from this material world. Till that time we have the same subtle body. But we can purify that by chanting, by hearing. That is what we are doing now. We are practicing Krishna consciousness, studying Bhagavad Gita. We are purifying the subtle body. Means subtle body includes mind and intelligence. We are purifying the mind, we are purifying the intelligence. And so that the final element which is subtle body is false ego, that we will be, that false ego will be going from us. False ego, what is the meaning of false ego? False ego means we are thinking that we are this body. That is the understanding of false ego. True ego is we are part and parcel of Krishna. That is the true ego. But when we think that we are this body, I and mine, that is false ego. So this false ego will be there till the end of our end time, last, just before we leave this material body and material world and go to spiritual world. Till that time, all the subtle bodies are with us. So all the karmas are, everything is connected to the subtle bodies basically. So soul is not getting affected, but we are going through these phases. Why? We have already discussed, we are marginal potencies, we are tatastha shakti, and because of that minuteness of the soul, we are being covered by all these temporary coverings of the subtle body, and the subtle body is completely connected to the karma, and that is how we are just moving here and there along with the subtle body. So that is why we are changing the bodies. Actually, soul is not getting affected, but the point is that perpetually we should not be here. We should leave this material, we means soul. Soul should leave this subtle body, mind, intelligence, false ego, and take a spiritual body. This is what we should do. And this is all about our practices also. We are all doing this for that. For leaving all our material body, subtle and gross, and attaining a spiritual body and going back to Godhead. Under the impression of the body, we seek the history of birth, etc. So this is, we always say history of birth and all, everything is based on the body only, not on the soul. Soul does not at any time become old or as the body does. The so-called old man therefore feels himself to be in the same spirit as in the childhood or youth. So actually, spirit soul is not getting affected by age or anything. It's always same. The changes of the body do not affect the soul. Soul does not deteriorate like a tree, nor anything material. Soul has no byproduct either. The byproducts of the body, namely children, are also different individual souls, and owing to the body, they appear as children of a particular man. So we already discussed that. Actually, soul doesn't have a byproduct, but body has a byproduct. So what we say, our children, is all byproduct of the body, not the byproduct of the soul. And the those bodies, or namely children, they are also spirit souls, they are also individual souls. And they are appearing as our children, Prabhupada says here, of a particular man. Again, owing to the, depending upon our karmas and all. The body develops because of the soul's presence, but the soul has neither offshoots nor changes. So body is, again, the body is growing because of the presence of the soul. What to speak of growth? Just to breathe, just to be active, just to be alive, we need the soul. We need the soul means body requires the soul. Otherwise body can't exist. So like similarly, the body also developing and undergoing different transformations only because of the presence of the soul. Therefore, the soul is free from the 6 changes of the body. So all the 6 transformation we discussed before, soul doesn't have any role in that. Another verse from Katha Upanishad, similar verse actually, similar sloka of what in the what we have in the Bhagavad Gita. Na jayade mriyade va vipaschin nayam kutaschin na bahuva kaschit ajo nitya shashvadayam purano na hanyade hanyamane sharire. The meaning is same, purport is same. The meaning and purport of this verse is same as in Bhagavad Gita. But here in this verse there is one special word, vipaschit, which means learned or with knowledge. So with knowledge, here kadachin it is mentioned here at any time. Here is kadachin and here it's vipaschin. So one who is learned or having knowledge, that is the point. Here Prabhupada explains that the soul is full of knowledge, or full always with consciousness. Therefore, consciousness is the symptom of the soul. We have already discussed this last class, I believe. Consciousness is the symptom of the soul. Like we have fever, if we have fever, then there will be temperature in our body, right? That temperature is the symptom of fever. Similarly, the consciousness what we have is the symptom of the soul. Even if one does not find the soul within the heart where he is situated, one can still understand the presence of the soul simply by the presence of consciousness. So we may be not seeing the soul, but we can understand the presence of the soul by the presence of the consciousness. Sometimes, Prabhupada says, we do not find the sun in the sky owing to the clouds or for some other reason, but the light of the sun is always there. And when we are convinced that it is therefore daytime. So this example already we have discussed before also. If there are clouds, it will be temporary, cloudy light, but light is still there. Sun is still shining, but it is being temporarily covered. As soon as there is little light in the sky early in the morning, we can understand that sun is in the sky. Similarly, since there is some consciousness in all bodies, whether man or animal, we can understand the presence of the soul. So we can understand the presence of the soul by seeing the consciousness. This consciousness of the soul is, however, different from consciousness of the Supreme, because the Supreme Consciousness is all knowledgeable, past, present and future. So the difference here is speaking about the Atma and Paramatma. Atma or individual soul or all of us living entities, we are having the limited knowledge. But super soul or Krishna, super soul is someone who knows all past, future and past, present and future of not only us, of all living entities. That is the difference. The consciousness of the individual soul is prone to be forgetful. But when he is forgetful of his real nature, he obtains education and enlightenment from the superior lessons of Krishna. But Krishna is not like the forgetful sun. If so, Krishna's teachings of Bhagavad Gita would be useless. So we have our consciousness there is a prone we are prone to forget, at least temporarily. But we are actually not forgetting the relationship with Krishna. We are not losing actually in any case, but the problem is that we are temporarily disconnected. It is like we have a plug point, or we have a plug, whatever it is. If it is rusted, if it is having a lot of rust, if you put on the socket, it might not work. Correct? It might not work, but still the power is there, electricity is there, socket is there, plug is there, everything is there, everything is intact, but there is no sanchar of electricity. It will not work. But if we take out the same plug or whatever, adapter, then remove the rust on that particular thing, rust can be removed. When we put back, we are getting the electricity, or we can use that, right? Similarly, we can say that temporarily we are being rusted. Temporarily we are being rusted. So that we are removing that rust actually by practicing Krishna consciousness. But our actual connection, like for the socket and that adapter has that connection, electricity is there, it will function also. Connection is there, but temporarily it is having some rust. That's all. So similarly, we are having connection with Krishna always, but temporarily covered by all this, all other contaminants, and we are now trying to revive that by studying Bhagavad Gita. So, but Krishna is all knowledgeable. He knows the past, present, future. Okay, Srila Prabhupada says here that when he is forgetful of his real nature, he obtains education and enlightenment from the superior lessons of Krishna. So, from Bhagavad Gita, we are getting the knowledge. Krishna is not like the forgetful soul. If so, Krishna's teachings of Bhagavad Gita would be useless. So, Krishna knows everything. He is not forgetting anything. Not like us. We don't remember the past life, right? Like that. So there are two kinds of Prabhupada. There are two kinds of souls, namely minute particle soul Anu Atma and super soul Vibhu Atma. So basically, Anu Atma is Jivatma, super soul is Vibhu Atma is Paramatma. And this is said in Kathopanishad. Okay, Anor Aniyan Mahato Mahiyan Atmasya Janto Nihito Guhayam Tam Akratu Pashyadevita Shoka Dhatu Prasadan Mahimanam Atmanha. Both the super soul Paramatma and the atomic soul Jivatma are situated on the same tree of the body, within the same heart of the living being, and only one who has become free from all material desires as well as lamentations can, by the grace of the Supreme, understand the glories of the soul. So, is the meaning of this verse. Super soul and Jivatma, Paramatma and Jivatma, all in the same tree, means if we are considering the body to be a tree, then the super soul and soul is there within the heart. But only when he becomes free from material desires as well as lamentation can, by the grace of the Supreme, understand the glory. So we can't understand, we are not able to understand the glories of Krishna or the glories of the soul, even we can't understand our nature, right? All this we are studying theoretically, but internally if we think, our realizations are very bad. We don't have much knowledge, only theoretical knowledge. So understanding the glories of soul is a big thing, and one who is free from material desires only and lamentations will only understand that too by the grace of the Supreme. Otherwise not possible. So Krishna is the fountainhead of the super soul, as it will be disclosed in the following chapters. Arjuna is the atomic soul. Prabhupada is saying that Krishna is the fountainhead of all souls, or super soul, and Arjuna is atomic soul, forgetful of his real nature. So Arjuna has forgotten his real nature. So he is an why? He is not Paramatma. He is Jivatma. For the Jivatma, forgetfulness could be there. I mean, temporarily. Again, it's not permanent, but there could be clouds. Therefore, he requires to be enlightened by Krishna or by his bona fide representative spiritual master. So, for all the jivas, we need spiritual master's help or enlightenment by any pure devotees or enlightened by Krishna directly. We need that to revive that lost relationship. We already have that connection, but we are just re-establishing the connection by removing the dust and rust and all those things. So for that we need a bona fide representative who is spiritual master or pure devotees. So through them we are practicing, and then we will be able to understand Krishna. Or even about the soul also. We can't just read theoretically and move forward. We should have the mercy of Krishna and our acharyas, our guru, so that we can understand all these topics. Actually we can understand the topics, not theoretically, but even realize that knowledge what we are getting. Not only getting the information, but the realized knowledge. So that is possible. Okay. All right. I think we are almost 1 hour. So let us close here. So we discuss 2 verses today. Krishna willing, will continue in the next class. So you may think that we are going a little slower, but we are discussing so many things, dear devotees. If we are really paying attention, all of us, including me means whatever I speak also, I should contemplate on that. Otherwise there is no point in speaking also. So for all of us, there are so many learnings, so many teachings, so many lessons we can learn, even though we are going very slow. But if we understand it properly, if our basics are strong, then our Krishna consciousness will be very smooth. It will become natural for us. Now it's not natural for us. It's like an artificial thing. We are being forced to do it, right? So natural love, that should come. That is the purpose. For that, our foundation is if there is no foundation, we can't build a building, right? So similarly, for spiritual also, we need foundation, proper understanding. Then we can appreciate Krishna properly. Then we can understand things properly. Then we become more serious also in bhakti. So everything is connected, right? Okay, so thank you. We are stopping here, we are pausing here. We'll continue in the next class, Krishna willing. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Grantaraj Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Gaur Premanande, Vanchakalpatarubhishcha Kripa Sindhubhyo Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.